Welcome to ArduinoEngineer.com. Today we will talk about the mega useful and affordable KiCad program. Having worked in it, everyone will want to wholeheartedly recommend it to their friends. So I advise you to take the program on a note. So it's KiCad Lessons Introduction. KiCad is a cross-platform, free GPL license and open source software suite for electrical circuit design and automated PCB layout. The KiCad software package includes such main components as Project Manager, where you can view project files. It only opens one project at a time in one window, but you can open many such windows separately. The main thing is not to get confused. Schema is an editor of electrical circuits and components, in which electrical circuit diagrams are drawn. You can also create your own unique components there, saving them to your library. And to this possibility, such programs should have maximum requirements for simplicity and speed, or more simply for productivity, because the difficulty of creating your own unified models and components in such systems can greatly slow down the implementation of a specific program and narrow the range of tasks to be solved. But in KiCad, this component is so convenient that even creating a circuit using a complex, unique model will take a couple of tens of minutes, since the editor of new components is always at hand, intuitive and pleasant to use. CVPCB is a program for selection of footprints for components. It's used during the drawing of the circuit diagram. Each circuit element that needs pads or just a place on the board must be assigned a footprint from the library list of such places, and the CVPCB program helps to select and preview the space occupied by the component on the board. PCB.new is a PCB layout editor, deals with PCB design. You can also create your own unique footprints for components and save them to the library. Also, in the PCB.new editor, there is an utility for generating Gerber files for transferring a job to the production of a printed circuit board. And also here is the possibility of a 3D display of the future board, which allows you to visually see any flaws and, in general, the ergonomics of assembled board. GerberView is a Gerber file browser. These files are needed to transfer the job to PCB production. So in this utility, they can be pre-checked for errors. Also, in many foreign online services for ordering board manufacturing, Gerber files can be downloaded and double-checked in an online viewer. PI Editor is a sheet design editor for creating and editing frames. This will be very important for the formal presentation of your project documentation. There you can frame the schematic sheet according to your standards. There are other components, but in my opinion, those listed are the main ones and mandatory for serious work. Currently, KiCad can be considered a mature enough software package to be used for the successful development and maintenance of complex printed circuit boards. KiCad doesn't impose restrictions on the size of the board. It can be used to design boards containing up to 32 copper layers or metallization layers, up to 14 technical layers, and up to 4 auxiliary layers. In an end-to-end design cycle, KiCad allows you to create all the files necessary for the production of printed circuit boards. Gerber files for photoplotters, files for drilling holes in boards, installing components on them, and others. Being an open source software, GPL licensed, KiCad is an ideal tool for projects focused on the development of electronic device with open documentation. The history of KiCad begins in 1992. I am now describing the stable release of version 5.1.5. Installation files are available for different operating systems, except for Android, of course. When installing the program, all native component libraries are installed at the same time. You can see that they are quite rich, and even if you didn't find a specific standard component, you can put an element with a similar schematic representation on the circuit and then select a standard place for the printed circuit board for it, because most components are designed for standard footprints, and KiCad allows you to select various footprints from the library list. This is a unique feature for KiCad as far as I know. Here, circuit components and footprints are in fact two independent entities. This is often the cause of discussions on internet forums. There is no autorouter in KiCad. It is proposed to export the file, open it in a special separate tracer program, automatically separate the board there, and open it again in PCB-new using the file. There is an automatic arrangement of components as well as automatic reproduction of miniature boards for arranging their many on one large board. The documentation is well written, but only half of it has been translated into other languages. Everything else is in English, and the program menu, by the way, also is available in other languages. I probably won't be able to remember all the pros and cons now, but I want to say that in general I really like the process of working in this set of programs. Also, they have a lot of their own specifics, which we will consider in the following training videos. See you soon, subscribe and be the first to know about the new releases.